Live at five in five, four, three, two. Count to five. Welcome back to the Brandon K Show. I am your host, as always, Brandon K, and this is a real show. We took a little hiatus for the last 5 days, and in between, we were waiting for the 200 best movie moments with Brian Kane.
Brandon, good to see you, man.
We're trying to get you back on the show to finish up the job.
I had a couple of errands to run. Thanks for thanks
Well,
for waiting.
you had a big birthday,
I did, yeah, 36.
so happy birthday to you. You know, for your birthday, I'm gonna get you some gift apply charity wrapping paper.
I love that.
And
I
I'm gonna wrap it in gift apply charity wrapping paper.
Tell me more.
Well, oh, hold up today. Oh, Patrick wants to know: is this live? Hold up today's paper. This is live, and we are sponsored by Gift Apply. Use promo code BK Show at giftapply.com for 25% off. 33% of the proceeds go to all these great causes like Alex's Lemonade Stand, Give Kids the World, on and on. Well, with that being said, we are back live, and we have our 200 best movies in front of us from the 2010s eras. We're going to talk Star Wars. We're going to talk Solo. We're going to talk Rogue One.
We're gonna talk Mad Max.
I didn't see that one. I really didn't. I heard it was good, but I didn't see it.
That's good. We'll get there. Hey, you know what's interesting? Okay, yeah, I'm skipping ahead. Let's.
Okay, you want to get into it? You want to jump into it?
No, yeah, sure.
Here we go.
Yeah,
We left off. We had a lot of hot takes on all the movies from A to L. The Lego Movie. I know Brian's a big fan of the Lego Movie. Questions from the audience are rolling in. The Lego Movie, the Levithian. I did not see. Life Itself looks like a Roger Ebert movie. Our rest in peace, Roger Ebert. The Lighthouse, Edge of Tomorrow. Did you see any of these, Brian?
Mm-mm.
Did you see Logan, the final chapter in the X-Men Wolverine saga?
I didn't.
I did not see it either, but this was the movie that they said that Hugh Jackman would never come back and reprise his role of Wolverine after this movie. He's coming back for Deadpool. Did you know that?
I did. I do feel like I heard that, yeah. But I didn't see that.
Well, I'm pretty sure he didn't have a good ending in that movie.
Like he stubbed his toe or something?
Lost his claws. I don't know. I didn't see it. It's in black and white.
The whole movie? Wait. Logan?
I believe so.
Hmm.
I don't know. I didn't see it. Okay. How about Logan Lucky?
Mm-mm.
Here's one that we could have a lot to say about. Oh, it's not up here on the screen yet. Looper.
I didn't see Looper.
I saw this one with Patrick, and it's a time travel movie. I love all time travel movies. It's got Bruce Willis. It's got Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Bruce Willis is the older version of Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And look at that, directed by Rian Johnson.
Oh, the Last Jedi. What is it?
The Last Jedi. The director of the the director of The Last Jedi. Awesome director. Rian Johnson went out to do Knives Out, which I think was also on this list.
Yeah.
But Looper's a great time travel movie, and despite Bruce Willis having a bad rap, he's one of my favorite actors. Even though I don't want him to be one of my favorite actors, he's done some of my favorite movies.
Sixth Sense, naturally.
Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, down the line.
Die Hard.
Looper, Die Hard, even some comedy roles. He's he's probably an asshole behind the scenes,
Like in
but
real life.
like in real life, Kevin Smith says it, other people say it, but he's one of my favorite actors. When I started to think of my favorite actors, I thought Bruce Willis has got to be up there.
Really? So you mentioned you love time travel movies. So if you had a time machine, would you go to the future or the past?
The future. You
To
can't
observe or to?
to what?
So I mean, you get this locomotive that rolls up in front of you, and you get to hop
Yeah.
on the locomotive and go forward or back.
Yeah, let's just go to like 100 years. Well, you have to be careful that you don't go too far where we've already destroyed ourselves. But assuming there would be a great future 100 years from now, you would want to go and check it out and see all the cool technological advances.
Ooh, you would just want to spoil the surprise.
I mean, it's going to be past my lifetime anyways.
Oh,
But then you go to the future and you get some cool technology to make yourself invincible.
get an almanac.
Potentially you could come back to the present and then you could affect your future moving forward and not change anything from the day that you left. But yeah, this always forward. That's my advice to all you time travelers out there. Always go forward, never back. Don't mess up the time-space continuum in the past.
Well, the past. Yeah. I mean, Walt Disney said keep moving forward. From properly quoted in the movie Meet the Robinsons, one of my favorite movies.
Time traveling. Let's see. Hey, do you think it'll be on this list?
No, it was 2005 or 6.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
Yeah.
I keep doing it where I'm not on the right thing. Okay. So we're doing Looper, highly recommended. Really awesome movie. Love and Friendship, never heard of it. Lucky, never heard of it. As previously mentioned, Mad Max Fury Road, 97%. Tom Hardy, who played Bane in the Dark Knight series. Charlize Theron, Nicholas Hoult. Did you see this movie, Brian?
I'm just doing some light Googling real quick. Is Fury Road like the first take with Tom Hardy and?
I believe so. I'm 99% sure.
Then yes, I saw it. It's I assume this is off of a book, but I didn't read the book. Does it say
it had a whole 80s series of Mad Max.
Yeah. I never saw any of the historical stuff either.
Yeah, with Mel Gibson, wasn't he the guy?
Didn't know that, but it's pretty terrifying to think about. I mean, it's like water is the precious form of currency, and I think we can get to a place like that if we're not careful.
Is this like a dystopian future, like I just mentioned? Like we don't want to end up in Mad Max world?
Yeah, as long as you have enough plutonium, you can get back. Just
yeah.
But
these are Mel Gibson movies. They're big fans of the big, big strong men like these movies. But I never saw this, and but I heard it's great cinematography, and I would check it out, but I never did see it. What do you give it 1 to 10?
It's been a while. If you like The World Is Ending movies, this is a 10 for you. This is a 9.2.
I want to preview this. I'm going to do a whole episode on the new Fallout series on Amazon. I don't know if you heard about it.
Mm-mm.
Actually, it might be on Apple. It's either on Apple or Amazon, but I watched it with my friend Jeff. I'm going to be talking about the Fallout series because that's also about a dystopian future, but it's done in a really cool way. And it's got a lot of cool cameos and cool stuff in it.
Mm.
I recommend that. Are you seeing this? Okay. Maiden.
Mm-mm.
All right. Manchester by the Sea.
Mm-mm.
In January 2016, I was freshly sober. And it was more like December 2016. And I went to the movies like every day. I had one of those AMC passes.
I remember you invited me several times and I never made it out.
And so I saw almost every movie that was in the theater at this time. Manchester by the Sea was one of them.
But like a story or what?
What's that?
It's like a love story.
Yeah, it's like a real downer. And it's
Oh.
Casey Affleck, Ben Affleck's brother, and you find out throughout the story that his kids die, and it's a drama, and they were burned down in a house fire. And
Michelle Williams is the gal from The Greatest Showman, right? His wife.
that's right. That's right. I love that movie. That one could be on this. That one was not on this list. That one did not make this list.
But unless they say the.
Okay.
No, they're not, because if you look down The Martian, so no, you're right. Greatest. They passed.
That's a major oversight, because that would be one of my top 10 or 20.
That was what, December 2017. So yeah, it would have been.
That's what I'm thinking. I saw it in 2018, so that checks out.
I did as well.
Okay, here we go.
So do you recommend Manchester by the Sea then, Brandon?
Not really.
Okay.
Marriage Story is going to have our friend Adam Driver from the Star Wars series, Kylo Ren. I heard this was a good one, but I never saw it. Did you see this one?
I did not.
That was like an Academy Award nominated movie. I would check it out just to watch them, Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, I like both of them.
How about The Martian? This seems the one that would be up your alley.
Big time, loved it.
Can you say a little bit about it? I never saw it.
You never saw it? Okay, so this is a movie where NASA sends 4 people to Mars, and they're like on Mars, not trying to colonize it, they're just exploring, and like a storm comes, causing them to evacuate the planet early, and they have to, in order to save the 3 people that made it to the ship, they depart sooner than the 4th person that can get on the ship to leave the Martian surface.
They leave him behind?
That's right. And so
Matt Damon?
Yeah, if spoiler alert, so Matt Damon is left on Mars to survive, and I mean, if you've seen any space movies, you probably see about the timing it takes to get to these places. We often rely on if you've seen the Apollo movie, or if you study any of the Apollo missions, they usually slingshot around the moon to get back, like they use gravity. So it's a challenging situation where that ship's already in motion. So how do you turn? You can't turn it around. So it's like, how do we keep this man alive? And what's cool is a lot of it's filmed at the NASA, the Jet Propulsion Laboratory that's in north of LA. And every year they have the open house that you can go. And they actually, a lot of the scenes are filmed where you can, in like public areas. So if you ever go to that open house, you can see some of the scenes where they're, NASA's working on, hey, how can we bring this guy home? So it's a cool movie. Ridley Scott too, if you're usually, if you're an Alien fan or any of the Ridley Scott movies.
Ridley Scott is the director? Wow, okay. And I know it's all like scientifically accurate, and I mean, to a large degree, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's no Interstellar, I would imagine, from the how accurate it is. But it seems all very realistic and real. He's like a botanist, I think. Does it say it there?
I heard that. Yeah, I mean, I know that from.
Yeah, he's like a botanist, so he's like trying to grow food and all that. It's a really cool story.
91%.
It's entertaining.
Jeff Daniels,
that's right. Yeah.
Kristen Wiig. I'm surprised she's in there. That's very surprising.
Yep. Yeah, she plays a pretty serious role, which is odd. It's very odd.
I was just going to say, does she do Target Lady? But she's there in a serious role. Hey, did you? Now, I know we don't have all day to just talk about movies. We already burned 14 minutes. Check it out. A topic of last week's episode was the Marvels, the Avengers didn't make the list. Here it is. It made the list for no reason. It has Marvels, the Avengers in front of it.
Yeah,
wasn't in the right place.
Yeah, I scrolled through before the show just to prepare. I saw that and I was tickled. I was happy that it made the list because, as we said last week, it didn't make any sense why this didn't make the cut.
92%. Great movie. They all came together. They're all there on the cover. And I would go back and look if the other ones were higher rated, but that should be 100%, 100 out of 100. Would you agree?
I would agree. Yeah, I feel like this is the best out of the Avengers, just from the aspect of it's all new and exciting. You see them come together, and as we know, yeah, like this is the OG, right? It just kept expanding from here. I mean, it's super exciting. Like we talked about Endgame before. You got this, it's like a culmination of 22 movies coming into one versus this was like 5 movies in. So it's like such a new experience for us. And we got some new characters even there on the cover there of new character introduction.
It was hysterical. Yeah, they brought in the new Hulk because they recast
Yep. Mark Ruffalo.
Edward Norton.
Yep.
But as far as new characters, these characters were introduced already. So
Black Widow was introduced.
Black Widow was introduced in Iron Man 2. Hawkeye was introduced in Thor.
That's
Though
right.
they had small parts, they had been introduced. That's why it was cool to see them all come together.
I forgot that about Iron Man 2. That's right. That was.
It's fun for me to correct you.
I noted.
I don't know. All right, there it is. Okay, we got to get through this. We got to get to these Star Wars movies. McQueen, didn't see it.
Didn't see it.
You jump in if you did see it. Minding the Gap, didn't see it. How many Mission Impossibles are going to be here? Okay, we got Mission Impossible Fallout and Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Are you a Mission Impossible fan?
Big time. Love them. Huge fan.
Would you say Fallout was better than Rogue Nation? 94%.
Let me think about this. Fallout was cool. I liked. I did enjoy that one, but I feel like in Rogue Nation was probably more. I enjoyed Rogue Nation more.
What about all the other Mission Impossibles that didn't make it on this list? Weren't there a lot in that decade?
There's like 7 or 8 right now. I think, right? But here's the thing: is they're not in this time frame. I don't think.
Okay, that's possible. Yeah.
The first one's what, 95 or 93, 97?
2002 maybe.
No way. The first one?
Let's look.
Mission Impossible.
The first Tom Cruise Mission Impossible was 1996. I actually saw that movie back in 1996, and I almost didn't connect that this was even the same franchise, but I saw that movie in 1996, and then the next one was in 2000. The third one was 2006. Now you got Mission Impossible 4, 5, and 6. So they only left Mission Impossible 4 off this list. So that one must have not been that good.
Yeah. Wait, yeah, 4, 5, and 6 are of the 2010s, yeah. Number 4 was Ghost Protocol, which was one of... I feel like I enjoy that one most. That's the one where he climbs the Burj Khalifa.
That's when I remember that name, the Ghost Protocol.
Yeah. Rogue Nation was great, though. There's some new characters introduced in that one. Fallout was cool. I think Rogue Nation was the one where he's on the plane, right? Where he did the plane in the opening sequence.
I didn't see all these movies, but they say that he's trying to kill himself by doing all these crazy stunts.
Yeah, it's like he does them all himself. Yeah, but great. I really enjoy the Mission Impossible movies. I think Fallout is great. I like the ending on Fallout. I like how they had that one wrap up. And then I just saw the newest one, which is Dead Reckoning Part 1, and then they're gonna have obviously Part 2. It was not in my top 5, I would say. I mean, it's a cool story, but it seems like Mission Impossible always seems like they've got really cool tech to accomplish a mission that is seemingly unsolvable.
I didn't know you were such a big fan.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, and I know they keep making these, but I never seen any of them.
Yeah.
But you know what I did see? Moana.
You know what?
In theaters at the same time in 2016, it was out at the theaters.
When that movie got released, Walt Disney rolled in his grave.
What? Take that back.
It was a good one. It's a good one. I like the music. It was a good one.
The music, the characters. It has one of my favorite characters, which is the chicken Hey Hey. It's one of my favorite characters from any Disney movie.
Just from its pure sporadicness.
Oh, he's just like an idiot, and he just like is gonna go get into trouble every time, and it's just hilarious every time.
Yeah.
But he gets out of it because it's a cartoon and nothing bad's going to happen to him, but he's going to cause a lot of trouble.
Yes, yeah, like the heart of heart of the ocean, Tafiti's heart of Tafiti.
And then he eats it.
Yeah, and then like he goes, and then like the coconuts take him.
Hey, you crazy chicken! I mean, for me, I don't know when the last great Disney movie was before Moana, but Moana was like, they're back.
It's been a while. Yeah, I think
technically Frozen was in there, but
that was like one of the best grossing movies for Disney.
Frozen, yeah, 2013, yeah. So Frozen was really, one of the jewels, but Moana was like the music. It felt like an old school Disney movie. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well.
Okay, here we go down the list. We're only at the halfway mark. Moonlight, Mr. Turner, Mud.
I saw Mud.
Matthew McConaughey, while exploring a Mississippi River Island, Arkansas boys Ellis and Neckbone encounter Mud, a fugitive. Good.
I like Matthew McConaughey. I remember I enjoyed the movie. It was. I mean, it's been 11 years, so I can't recall explicitly what happened, but
sure.
I think he does great.
I never saw it, but I liked him in Ed TV. Remember Ed TV?
Yeah.
That's the one I saw when I was a kid, and I was like, "This is cool." It's like his whole life was on TV. That was a novel concept at the time. Now everybody's Twitch streaming all day. All right, Mudbound, Mustang, My Life as a Zucchini. Looks like a claymation deal. The Nice Guys, Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe. I remember and that was that same era, 2016, but I didn't see that one.
Mm-hmm.
Nightcrawler. Jake Gyllenhaal lost a bunch of weight for that role to play like a creepy stalker. Something.
No, never saw it.
He might be a cop. He might be like I don't know what he plays, but he lost a lot of weight for it. The Old Man and the Gun. Oh, here's a dark one. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Never saw it.
I saw that one, and it was very interesting. Look back at the Hollywood scene. Very, very interesting.
What does that mean? Interesting, like in a good way or a revealing way?
Well, what Quentin Tarantino did.
Oh, it's Quentin.
What Quentin Tarantino did, it's like he dived into the world of the Manson family.
Really?
Yeah, and so it follows the story of the Brad Pitt actor and the Leonardo DiCaprio actor, and kind of like their Hollywood. One of them plays a cowboy, and I forget what the other one plays. And they fight like Bruce Lee. You see like all the behind the scenes movie stuff. You see what Hollywood used to look like, and then they go and they run across the Manson family on their commune, and it's like all these women, and then at the end of the movie, they're coming to. Then you meet Sharon Tate, who is played by Margot Robbie, I believe. And so they meet up with Margot Robbie, and then they're coming to kill Sharon Tate, which is what really happened in real life. She was an actress. And then in the Quentin Tarantino world, he actually Brad Pitt takes a flamethrower and kills the Manson family before they can kill Margot Robbie.
Oh, so he rewrote history.
He rewrote history. And did you know he did that in his other movie, Inglourious Bastards?
No, I remember the movie, but I don't know that he did that.
I heard that they killed Hitler at the end, so that was rewriting history.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it was another Quentin Tarantino rewriting history. Speaking of Quentin Tarantino, he's only going to make 10 movies.
Where's he at?
He's at 9. Quentin Tarantino made 9 movies. he announced that his 10th movie was going to be called The Movie Critic, and it's going to be a summation of his last 9 movies, and it's going to be his big way he's going out. He wrote it. I don't know if he started filming it, but then he canceled it. He said, "I'm not doing it anymore. I'm going to make I'm going to make a whole different 10th movie."
Oh, he's gonna do another a whole different movie. He's not gonna do 10 to 20.
No, yeah, he's not going to make The Movie Critic movie that was totally plotted out. He's going to go back to the drawing board and make a new 10th movie. And still only make 10 movies. Brian, are you able to turn that off?
I sure am, yeah. Sorry about that.
If I can turn mine off.
Yeah.
You're the Apple guy. Thank you. I appreciate that. So what I think is that he's got to just, if he wrote a full movie and he has to cancel it just because of his 10 movie ideal, he's got to just make 11 movies or make 12 movies if he feels like it, you know?
Well, you know, I mean, you know, right? You know?
It feels very like perfectionistic and like OCD. Like I'm only going to make 10 and they all have to be perfect.
I mean, you do know. I thought I muted this. What is this? Okay, try again.
I mean, it's understandable. Like he wants to make 10 brilliant movies and not make any flops. So he thought it was going to be a flop and he bailed out.
I mean, it's a respectable path forward.
Absolutely. We're going to really look forward to that 10th movie.
I don't know that I've seen that. Can we pull them up? Can we just do a quick run through the 10 movies?
Yeah, sure.
9 movies. 9 movie collection. You can buy it on Amazon. All right.
I mean, I know you turned that off.
I got
something. There's a mishap on that side.
I got Do Not Disturb mode on. Sorry.
Okay. No. Okay. Are you seeing this? Okay. This is Pulp Fiction and Glory. In order, it was Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, Jackie Brown, and then Kill Bill, then Django, then Hateful Eight. So it was kind of like that. 9 was Once Upon a Time. I know 8 was Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight was good, yeah.
I know Django. I saw Django. I saw Pulp Fiction. Tried to watch Hateful Eight. Dusk Till Dawn. He didn't write that one, but he's an actor in it. And some of these, like Death Proof, he didn't write the full thing. So officially he has 8 full-length films.
He's got 8?
9. Officially, he's made 9, and the next one will be his 10th. It's even here on this list, The Movie Critic. It was set to come out in 2025. Totally canceled.
Done. Off the books.
From what I heard. Okay, let's get back to work here. All right. Paddington?
Nope.
Paddington 2.
And A Strange Turn of Events, also no.
That's funny that these are on the top 200. They must be good.
Yeah, I'm wondering how even like the sequel, when they left some pretty good.
They paid to be
Marvel movies. Marvel movies are out, but they got 2 up. But cool.
Kane and Glory. Parasite. Big hit of 2019. I can't believe that was 4 years ago. Parasite. Patterson. That was the second sequel to Paddington Bear. Can you just tell the person who's texting you to stop texting you?
I just put on my headphones. Hopefully that solves the problem.
It's all good, man. We appreciate you being on the show. The Peanut Butter Falcon. Phantom Thread. Phoenix. Portrait of a Lady on Fire. The Post. A Quiet Place.
Did you see it? I did. Yeah, I saw A Quiet Place. Yeah, loved it.
John Krasinski, directed by Jem from The Office.
Yeah, he's also like the main star. Did you see it?
With his wife, Emily Blunt. No, I didn't see it. I heard some interviews about them talking about it, but I never watched it. I really wanted to see this Rocket Man movie, but I never did.
Also saw it. I mean, I looked into it. It's like kind of similar to his
like real story, and it's cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know a lot about Elton's history. I recommend it completely, especially to you, Brandon. Like,
Yes, I gotta watch that one. That one, you know, I gotta track that down and watch it. The Rocket Man, Roma, Room, Rider.
I did watch Room. That was interesting.
Held captive for years in an enclosed space, a woman and her young son, Brie Larson. I never saw it, but I heard it was good.
Yeah. It was good. It was, I mean, sad based on that information, but yeah.
Looks sad by the cover. No, actually, it looks kind of happy.
Mm-hmm.
The Writer, The Salesman, Searching, Selma, A Separation. Selma was about the Civil Rights Act of 1964. A Separation was about a bank employee who refuses to leave Tehran, his wife. The Shape of Water, a Guillermo del Toro movie.
Yeah, The Shape of Water. You haven't seen it?
No.
Well, the movie itself is a strange turn of events. It's did you ever see the movie Step Brothers?
Yeah.
The Dale's dad.
Hold on, you gotta use their character name. Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell is John C. Reilly's father in the movie, like the father, the dad.
Okay, yeah.
The boat.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah. He wants to be a T-Rex.
He wants to be.
He's one of my favorite parts of that movie.
Yeah. So he plays a role in this movie. It's a timepiece, you know, like it's based 1962 as it says there on the cover, but it's I really enjoyed it. I watched it when it came. Actually, I watched it on an airplane, but I guess it was actually 2018. But it's a movie about like this lab in California that there you go, Richard Jenkins. This lab that captures this like sea serpent human man, sea serpent man, and there's a gal that works there. They fall in love, as you can see on the cover. So it's a cute story. It's a very enjoyable movie. I enjoyed it. And The Shape of Water is actually taken from like a poem, I think, and it's Richard Jenkins' character explains it in the movie.
Is it almost like is it like horrific? These sea creatures?
It is not horrific. It's not. It is a. I would say this is a love story / drama. I guess it's just a drama.
All right.
All right, let's move on.
It's just funny. This list is just funny. Shaun the Sheep's gonna be in here, and Shazam. None of the other DC movies have made it on this list so far, but Shazam is gonna be the one. So I disagree with this list. Okay, did you see Shazam?
No, I did not.
Yeah, not a lot of people did. Shoplifter, Short Term 12, Sicario, Sing Street, Skyfall, Snowpiercer.
Oh yeah, I saw Skyfall. Loved it.
2012. That was quite a ways back, but that was Daniel Craig coming back to be the James Bond.
Third or fourth?
Yeah. James Bond. Yeah. Daniel Craig coming back, doing a great job as always for the James Bond series. How about this one? Is The Social Network.
Saw that. I watched that with Patrick in my dorm room.
I feel like that defined the era of the time. We were all on Facebook. We were watching the social network. Seeing how they made their business, inspiring us to make our businesses. Design our own apps.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, the inspiration of us. Yeah, I mean that's it's yeah. I mean it definitely we watched that while we were developing a company, and it very much inspired us. And we changed everything. We drove up to what is that town that they filmed that in? Yeah, it's okay. But Silicon Valley. Like we went up to Silicon Valley, loved it.
And I was just watching a behind the scenes of how Trent Reznor, the guy from Nine Inch Nails, he did the soundtrack to that movie. Really made the movie what it was, because the soundtrack really makes the movie.
Of the Social Network.
Yeah. He wrote the score to The Social Network. Really changed it to that vibe, that creepy kind of electronic vibe.
I don't recall. Interesting.
Son of Saul. Let's get this back up here. Son of Saul. Here we go. 3 Spider-Mans. Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And we better get some Star Wars movies on here. And your texting is just getting louder and louder. Are you doing that on purpose?
No, I'm sorry. It's
busy guy. You're a busy guy, but thank you for clearing your.
Sorry. Is this bet? Hold on.
We'll edit that out. I'm gonna go back in and just edit out all those bings and bongs.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, it's an election year. I'm just getting several election texts. They're out of control now. Both sides really hammering me.
It's a running joke. It's a running joke that I'm gonna go back and edit these because I don't really edit them.
So is Homecoming Tom Holland's first individual movie? I think it is, right?
Yep.
I thought that was
2016. He joined us for Civil War, but Homecoming was his first solo movie through Sony. The Sony
version. Was
the Sony verse is separate from the MCU to some.
So is all of the standalone Spider-Man movies now under Sony as well?
Yeah, all the Spider-Mans are Sony, and all the like Madam Web and Venom, those are all Sony, and that's why they're not as connected to the Marvel universe. But the Spider-Man's ones try to be connected to the MCU, but the Venom ones have yet to cross over. Morbius was another Spider-Man movie. So they're trying to create their own side world, make money give money to Sony from the Spider-Man movies, but also be connected to the MCU at the same time.
Okay, so let's I'd love to do a little. I have a question for you, Brandon. Now that we're on Spider-Man.
Yes.
All right, so Kiss, Marry, Kill.
Kiss.
We got Kirsten Dunst. Zendaya. Or the other one is Emma Stone.
Yeah, Emma Stone.
You got your three of the Spider-Man gals from the 2000s to now.
All beautiful ladies. I mean, Kirsten Dunst was a crush when I was, back when she was the main star, but really, legitimately as a character, she wasn't that great of a character in the movies. She was always cheating on Peter Parker and not cheating, but always having other boyfriends. Not the most caring.
Yeah.
And she was with whoever, and she had a troubled life.
So I'm in line with you. She's gone.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, she does not come close to Emma Stone or Zendaya, but if you saw Spider-Man 2, Emma died, so we got to make sure that they're both alive when I'm going to marry them, right?
It's good. It's true. It's true.
Well, didn't she come back? No, I forget if she came back, but no.
Wait, in the Spider-Verse multiverse?
We're working on it, Patrick. We're working on it. So, but oh man, Zendaya, Emma Stone's been a long time crush.
Yeah.
But so
yeah. Keep going. Sorry.
but you know, honestly, I will take this super seriously. You know, I do love Zendaya. I do love Zendaya.
Whiteboard. Do you want me to get it out and we can take some notes?
I do love
Practice.
Emma Stone, and I do also love Zendaya. So I'm just thinking, um,
I
kids.
think that they're both pretty. Emma Stone, I think, is pretty quirky,
Mm-hmm.
and I like that a lot. But then, if you see Zendaya's character is very similar in those movies. I think I would marry Emma Stone in that situation.
As far as their
So
character,
she's off the table though, Brandon. So if you
like
have to
the
make
real
up on that,
Zendaya, I might marry the real Zendaya. But as far as the character of Mary Jane, I'd probably pick Emma Stone's Mary Jane over Zendaya's Mary Jane. So there's your answer. But did you ever see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
I did not.
You know, they have Spider-Gwen. She's a cartoon character, but she's really hot too.
Which one? Can
Spider.
we pull it up?
Yeah, oh yeah. Let's assume she's 18.
Assuming it can be real problematic.
Spider-Gwen. Are you seeing this? Yeah, there's Spider-Gwen.
I have not seen it.
So that's those movies are really awesome, and again, they're Sony, finding different ways to make money off Spider-Man.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that in a long time, so that's interesting.
Okay, now down the list: Spotlight, Spy, Stan and Ollie, A Star Is Born, 2018. You want to say a little bit about Star Is Born before we get into the meat here about these Star Wars movies? How there's only 2 of them.
There's only 2.
Yes.
I guess there was 3 in that time frame.
All five were in that time frame, and Rogue One has already been skipped, and Star Wars Solo has also been skipped, and Rise of Skywalker has also been skipped. So we can discuss that. Did you see A Star Is Born?
Yeah, I did. I saw that.
Lady Gaga. Did you hear that the new Joker movie is going to be?
I saw the preview.
Is going to be a musical with Lady Gaga?
I didn't know it was gonna be a musical.
I heard it's going to be a musical.
Hmm.
So that'll be.
I thought
interesting.
This is what, like, the 5th remake of the movie, 5th version of the same movie, A Star Is Born.
Oh, A Star Is. I thought you were talking about the Joker.
No, I'm starting to.
No, I don't know. I didn't really know the history of A Star Is Born, but that sounds like now you're reminding me that there were several other Star Is Borns over the years. So,
Yeah,
but
I think it's like 5. It was. I fell asleep during this one, and
were there other Star Is Born movies that you like better?
I never saw any of them. I just did some Googling.
Okay, so you fell asleep.
Yeah. It just seemed very long and dragged out, but so I never actually saw the whole thing all the way through.
Well, it's good.
Did you see this movie?
Yeah, it's good music. I like Lady Gaga. She did a great job. Bradley Cooper, great voice. It's a story about an alcoholic, which I relate to, and it has a sad ending.
I saw the ending.
Somebody reminded me recently that he dies at the end, I believe. Spoiler alert. So it's a sad movie, but it's got good music.
What's your favorite song from the movie, Brandon?
I mean, the only one I remember is the Shallow. The Shallow. We're far from the shallow now. I'm on the deep end. Watch as I dive in. I'll never reach the ground.
Very nice, Brandon.
Ending was just kind of weird. Like, he has a lot to be happy about, but he still ended himself.
Yeah.
So there it is. Now let's get into Dun 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 dun
Oh
dun
yeah,
on the Star Wars movie roundup. The Force.
Brandon, are those? I see you just gave us a demonstration. You know, a clear view. Are those movie quality characters in the background there?
As far as I'm concerned, this is it.
You know, I saw the making videos. They were complaining about how heavy they were. So you must be been working out to be able to move this.
Did you ever see this chain? The Darth Vader has a little chain around his neck.
I must have missed it from the. I'll have to rewatch it.
So, but I just noticed it from this mannequin. Okay, are those? We gotta the audience chiming in. So here we go. Do you remember where you were when Star Wars was announced that there was going to be sequels?
I don't, Brandon.
No, you don't. You don't remember 2012 when it was announced that that Disney had bought George Lucas's.
Oh, I know exactly where I was. And actually, we have one of the audience members in the. Let me just tell. I'm not going to be able to do it in time here, but I was at a Disney water park
Yeah,
at Typhoon Lagoon.
Typhoon Lagoon. Okay.
In
There's
a
only
queue.
there's only like two options.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I was in the queue for one of the rides where I was in a queue at Typhoon Lagoon, and Patrick told me, actually.
I feel like in my memory, I was at a Disney park and like I was there with Alan, and Alan, I mean, like in my memory, I found out at Disneyland as well. So were you excited to get new Star Wars movies?
I was excited, yes, but probably not as much as like big Star Wars fans
Well,
were.
there's a double-edged sword here because I was hesitant because you could make the story was done. George Lucas said the story was done. So nobody was sitting there waiting for Star Wars 7 really.
But he also said, you know, it's a story about family. So it's like there's still family left to roll, you know?
Here, Patrick remembers. So the story goes that Brian and Patrick were in line at the Crush and Gusher with Wyatt, and the Disney's first big move to capture the boy market. Did they buy? I guess they must have bought Marvel after that then, but that was also 2012, wasn't that they bought Disney? Go ahead and fact check us on that.
Can we reflect on the date there?
Well, we'll rely on Patrick to back up what he said. So then 3 years of waiting, I remember that I was like, I don't want any spoilers, but I ended up watching every preview. I went to Comic-Con to the panel. I read every spoiler alert. I even had the ending spoiled for me. And then it was finally there. 2015.
You got it spoiled at Comic-Con?
No, from reading a spoiler alert online where they said that Han Solo would be killed.
Yeah, that was. I actually, Brandon, you told me I didn't see the movie.
Yeah,
until you told me. I was with you. We were driving around on the beach, I think, and you. So it.
Don't tell me I spoiled Han Solo dying for you.
No, so what happened was I was driving down the freeway and somebody had gotten in full print on their rear view, like SUV window, Han Solo dies in Full Force Awakens.
Are you serious right now?
I'm driving down the 405 and I see this thing. And maybe 3 days later, I see you and we talk about the show. And you told, I was like, hey, I saw this. I think I need to just go get this over with. And you're like, I think you need to go get it over with.
I think you need to go see what really happens. Well, that was I'm surprised that really happened to you, because that was like a meme. It was like there was a guy running around with that on the back of his car, and trying to get attention for himself, and in the ways that these Gen Z get attention these days, spoiling movies for everybody.
So it was like a common thing. People did this.
No, it was like a meme. I'm just saying it was like a meme. And yes, I think more than one person did it, and they thought it was funny to like put it in poster boards and like try to spoil the movie. But it's just funny that you actually encountered it.
405 freeway. The Huntington Beach Freeway. Is that what's called? No, that's the 22. Or
Patrick says he was wrong, that in 2009 was the Marvel acquisition, 2012 was Star Wars. But having said that, yeah, there was a long crossover. What does Brandon think about what Disney has done with Star Wars? We're going to talk about it right now. So 2015, you were not. I take it you were not first in line to go see Force Awakens if you waited a week.
Oh, this might have been like 2 months.
I'm sure I was on your ass every day. Like, why haven't you seen it yet? Right?
Yeah, that's right.
I saw it 3 times. I remember I saw it with my cousin Ainsley. I saw it on a date with a girl, and I think I saw it with Alan and Jessica the first time. Or actually, I think they saw it, and I saw it by myself the first time. But anyway, yeah, so I think I had to just go and watch it myself the first time. But we all saw it on the same day. But, I mean, I love Rey. I love Kylo Ren. There were so many great movies in that. So many great moments in so funny right now if Brian's like trying to get out of here at in 9 minutes, and we're only on Force Awakens.
No, we're only on the S's.
So let's try to get through this. Okay, so I give Force Awakens was my favorite movie, my favorite Star Wars. I just loved everything about it. And it could only be topped by The Last Jedi, which of course brought back Yoda, and had so many awesome quotes like "Let the past die," and you don't. We're not gonna win the war by fighting what we hate. We're gonna do it by saving what we love. There's so many great moments. Quotes from that movie, and when Yoda said, we are what they grow beyond, or we are what, something like that. It's just Yoda Ghost coming back to talk to Luke.
And hold on. In Force Awakens?
Last Jedi.
Last Jedi. Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like that's a Last Jedi thing.
So Force Awakens, 10 out of 10. Last Jedi, 12 out of 10.
You enjoyed The Last Jedi more than Force Awakens.
Oh yeah. Now Rise of Skywalker, I could go along with people who didn't understand that movie as much, and I could understand why it wouldn't make this list. But it was a bit of a fumble. Rise of Skywalker.
I think The Last Jedi was the lull. I think it was a inverse bell curve, but I thought that one. I saw that in theaters here in Houston, and I thought that was kind of boring.
Last Jedi.
Like, I didn't think. Yeah, I mean, it was fine, but I enjoyed Force Awakens and then Rise of Skywalker.
What did you like about Rise of Skywalker?
I can't answer that question for you right now, Brandon.
It was
in my heart, I enjoyed it.
Return of Palpatine. Rey and Kylo hooked up at the end. They had their connection. We got a Harrison Ford Force Ghost for no reason. We had now the real downfall of Rise of Skywalker, which is not the fault of the writers, is that Carrie Fisher passed away in between Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker.
Well, even before Last Jedi, or The Last Jedi.
Are you trying to remember when she passed? But I mean,
I think that it wasn't even out yet. Last Jedi wasn't even out yet, right? Didn't they have to do some of those scenes?
But she filmed The Last Jedi, and she got to film her full part and be a part of that story. And they said that like Force Awakens was Han Solo's episode. Last Jedi was Luke's episode, and Han Solo died in Force Awakens. Luke died at the end of Last Jedi, and then the 9th movie was going to be all Carrie Fisher's movie, and then she really passed away in real life.
Okay, so the 9th movie being the Last Jet, or the
Rise of Skywalker.
Right? No, that number 9. The 9th movie was supposed to be about her.
Yeah, she would have had a major part if she had been alive, and the whole thing had to be rewritten, and she was only in the movie for 30 seconds as a clip show from Force Awakens bloopers.
Yeah, I recall that. I mean, I didn't recall the blooper scene, but I recall what you're describing.
Well, it's I said bloopers, but it was a scene that didn't make the movie, was what they took that from. So rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. There was also a lack of planning from the Star Wars story group.
I can't speak to those. I'm not very. Can you elaborate?
Oh, so they literally gave. What's up, Frank? We got 4 people watching, and it's great. We're talking Star Wars. We're trying to get through all these. Patrick even says, I feel like they didn't have a plan. They gave Force Awakens to J.J. Abrams. He wrote it, directed it, made the whole movie, and then they just handed the whole thing off to Rian Johnson with no real plan of what Rian Johnson was going to do with the movie or what happens next. Then
he totally wrecked it.
Then Rian Johnson hands it off to the next person, and it was going to be Colin Trevorrow, but then it was actually J.J. Abrams who got who actually did the last movie to try to save the franchise. And then he actually ended up undoing a lot of what Rian Johnson did in the second movie.
That makes sense now. I recall that.
So for that, so what they did in Last Jedi, which was awesome, was they made Rey a nobody. They said Rey was didn't not have great heritage. She was not a Jedi, but anybody can be a Jedi. And then in Rise of Skywalker, they went back and said she is the granddaughter of the Emperor. And then they brought back the Emperor with no real having forewarned of the Emperor.
So she was a nobody, but she ended up being a very big somebody.
Yes. And also,
yeah, I do recall that because she was like the main protagonist in Force Awakens, right?
Yeah, she's the protagonist. They opened it up for her to be, they asked this big question of who is she, and then Rian Johnson kind of undid it and said, "Oh, she's a nobody." In 2, and then in the 3rd one, they came back and said, "Oh, she's not Luke's child or Han Solo's child or Obi-Wan's child. She's Palpatine's grandchild." So I highly recommend not watching The Rise of Skywalker. No, I'm just kidding.
Unless you're going through.
It was fine. No, it was.
Okay, Brandon, I got a question for you.
Okay.
All right, Kiss, Marry, Kill.
Yes.
You got Rey.
Yes.
Princess Leia.
Yeah. In her prime.
Queen Amidala.
Carrie Fisher in her prime.
Sure.
You're like, so Brian, we only got to Star Wars here. How much time do you have today?
We need to finish let's finish this out.
Okay, you're like right now?
Yeah.
At this question.
I'm gonna need an answer on this.
Okay. Well,
Carrie Fisher in her prime. What's her prime to you?
I Return of the Jedi. Or Hope, A New Hope. Yeah, no, I mean, but she was only like 19.
Oh, really? Yes.
Oh, we just lost everybody. Okay, so
it was over?
No, I would marry Carrie Fisher and kiss Rey, and Amidala would not live.
What about Padme? Like in that version of her?
Yeah, no, I know she's great, but I just like the other two better, unfortunately.
So Carrie Fisher or to be gone. I would probably marry Padme in that situation.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. This is the speed round. We're just gonna do a quick scroll of every other movie. Star Wars, Startup, Summer, The Tale of the Princess, Thou Shalt Grow Old, Things to Come, Thor Ragnarok, Three Billboard Outside Ebbing, Three Identical Strangers, Tower, Toy Story 3, Toy Story 4.
Wait, we need to go back to Ragnarok. And we got Toy Story in there. Let's zoom back up.
Actually, this list is almost done.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got some good ones in there.
Excellent.
So let's go back up to Thor.
Okay.
All right, let's unpack Thor Ragnarok.
Okay. Comedy. Thor.
Yeah, give us your 5-minute synopsis of Thor Ragnarok.
Exciting, funny, and above all, Thor Ragnarok is a colorful cosmic adventure that sets a new standard for its franchise and the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So much hype on Thor Ragnarok. I'm sure everyone loves it. It's not like, I don't know. It didn't do that much for me.
Yeah, I agree. I do think it was. I think it was. I mean, it was enjoyable. I liked the characters, but not. Yeah, it wasn't. It was. I like Chris Hemsworth. I like Thor. I thought it was fun.
Here's an F, marry, kill. Thor Ragnarok. Sorry, here's an F, marry, kill. Thor Ragnarok, Rogue One, or Star Wars Solo. Which one of these? Just rank them 1, 2, 3. Which one would you rather watch?
Okay, Ragnarok. What's the other two?
Rogue One, Star Wars Solo.
Oh, interesting. That's good. That's a good.
I got him on the ropes, everybody. We got 2 Star Wars movies that did not make this list against Thor Ragnarok, the saving grace of the Marvel Universe. Now, which one would Brian rather watch?
It's gonna go. Rogue One, Ragnarok, and
That's
then
fair.
Solo.
That's fair. The Solo prequel wasn't the best.
It was enjoyable, but I mean, I watched it once and I was done. But like, Rogue One is such a special. Yeah, I thought that was great. I thought it was a good movie.
It's hard to. Patrick says he'd marry Rogue One, F Thor Ragnarok, and kill Solo. I mean, yeah, it was hard to see another actor play Han Solo from the get.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so if you're still with me, Brian, we got Thor Ragnarok, 3 Billboards, 3 Identical Strangers, Tower, both of the Toy Story movies, Toy Story 3 and 4, Toy Story 3, Toy Story 3, obviously one of the big hits of our era, of our generation, $1 billion grossing movie.
Toy Story 3 is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toy Story 3 is interesting. I really think Toy Story 4 is where it's at between the two of these.
That's funny because I am also a Toy Story 4 fan.
Why is that funny?
It's funny because everyone loves Toy Story 3, and Toy Story 3 is
interesting.
a movie.
It's a great movie. It's good, but I like the ending of Toy Story 4. I think it's there's like a disservice to not having, like, to always have these beautiful, wonderful endings where everything just comes together. And I think the way that they end Toy Story 4, especially for us who watched that when we were children, the first one back in the
You're running it for Patrick right now. He says he's never seen Toy Story 4. So spoiler alert.
I didn't say anything specific. I'm just saying, like,
right now it's a spoiler alert. We're going to talk about the end of Toy Story 4 right now.
Yeah. So I think that, for folks that have grown up like our age in the, where we had early 90s movies, Toy Story 4 was a good, like,
Yeah, a movie that came out.
The thing is we've reviewed 189 movies where we spoiled the endings on probably 50 of them by now. So I'll do my best to, we can't pause on this one. So
Okay,
I can come back.
here we go. This is fine.
Understood.
There we
I'm
go.
not going to say anything. Okay, so
No. Right now is spoiler time for Toy Story 4.
turn the volume down. Okay, I think I just think for folks our age that grew up watch these movies, they're beautiful. It's always comes together in the end, and Toy Story 4 is no different. Comes together, but I really enjoyed how because you always associate those two characters together. Like the Disney parade going down during the holidays, they're on the same float. Like they're just always together. And so to have like a very mature separation there, I think was great. And it was poetic how they had them part. And I really, it rattled me to my childhood.
Wow. Just the
Yeah.
fact that he went out on his own and he went to go create his own life, not only as his own man, but to be a free toy, to be a free man. And he's going to come back for Toy Story 5, but at least he's going to have this whole period of time where he got to go do his own thing.
Yeah, and I think it's important. Like that's the thing is like we grew up when we're children. Like I saw that when I was 5, right? Like the first one, and so it's like now here I am, 36. Like obviously I was like 31 at the time. I was still an adult. I was an adult by then, but it was like yeah, you part your ways. You do your thing. All right, we can seal it off.
All right, there you go. And that is why Toy Story 4 was an amazing movie. It also has 2 new characters who are Carnival Ride characters who are played by Key and Peele, or at least
Key and Peele.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if that's but that's
I was going to say it's not necessarily safe. Just keep going.
I love.
You just spoiled.
You're great, Frank. Well, I'm sorry, Frank. We gave you plenty of chances to not Toy Story 4. We recommend it, and even Forky is a character who is just created out of a fork. It's just a really almost existential, philosophical movie, Toy Story 4.
I'm going to put Toy Story 4 on as soon as this show ends.
I know you're a big Pixar fan. Where do you rank Toy Story 4 high on your list of Pixar movies?
Oh, on Pixar movies. At top 4.
Yeah, it's one of your top 4 Pixar movies ever.
My number 1 is WALL-E.
Same here. WALL-E's the best.
WALL-E's best. Yeah, probably in there. Toy Story 4.
Do you have what else? What is between?
Can you pull up the Pixar movies? Let's rank those. Let's rank all
That's going to be a whole other series here on the Brandon K.
Okay,
show.
then let's not. Let's
I'm going to. But
I like Cars. I like the original Cars. I think that's a really fun movie.
I'm surprised you love Cars so much.
It's fun. I like Finding Nemo. And most recently, I think the one of the recent years is Luca. 2021, I believe.
Here's a good. I saw you like Luca.
We're gonna end the show.
Hold on, we got an F, Marry, Kill, Toy Story 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let's try to make.
There's got to be an additional, so maybe 2 kills.
Throw out, 2 kills. Yeah, kill one of them just out of the gate.
What is G?
Oh,
maybe that's what the 4.
F, Marry, Kill. What's G, Patrick? Gay kiss. Okay. No answer on that. Okay, here we go. True Grit, 2 Days, 1 Night. Us is another Jordan Peele movie. Did you see Us?
No, I did not.
Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. Here we go. War for the Planet of the Apes, Wiener, What Do We Do in the Shadows, Whiplash, Widows, The Witch, Wildlife, Won't You Be My Neighbor, which is one I was talking about.
Early, yeah, in the last show.
Yeah.
But that's I thought you said that had. Oh, you mentioned it. That's right.
Oh no. This isn't even the Tom Hanks one. This is
Yeah,
a real
that's right.
We went through the other the other Mr. Rogers. How about Wonder Woman? This is one of the only DC movies on here. Did you like Wonder Woman?
I did. Yeah, I like Gal Gadot.
The original Wonder Woman was a lot of fun to watch, especially as a man.
I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was thrilling, earnest, and buoyed by Gal Gadot's character.
She is awesome. She's charismatic and
Successful.
now do you know much about the X-Men do you know much about the X-Men franchise, Brian?
I watched. So let's turn the clocks back to December 4th, 2004.
Okay.
I got my wisdom teeth pulled out, and
I got
I
my
came home and
wisdom out in 2004 too. Go on.
I didn't know we had so much in common.
I know. Now, I believe that's when
How was your experience? Was it pretty straightforward for you?
I was out of my mind. They drugged me up, and Alan had to drive me home.
Speaking of Alan, chiming in. Yeah. So, anyways, whatever movie was right around then, it's the only one I've seen.
So I want to say it was X-Men 1 was 2000, X-Men 2 was 2002, and X-Men 4 might have been 2000, or X-Men 3 might have been Alan. Let's see. X-Men movie. Okay, X2. You saw X2, which was an awesome X-Men, one of the best. That was,
Let me
Juggernaut.
just confirm. No, it was X-Men. It was the 2000 version.
Yeah, you saw X2, right?
No, it's just X-Men 2000. It's the one because I'm looking at a picture. That's the one I watched.
Oh, okay. So you saw the original 4 years after.
Correct. I like to wait until like there's many spoilers out there.
What was
driving down the 405?
I was spoiled recently. Yeah, but you gotta watch out for spoil. I guess I've been trying not to get Ahsoka spoiled for me, and not to have Loki 2 spoiled for me, or the Marvels. Like all these Marvel movies, you gotta watch. They might get spoiled for you. Alan was asked. We got a side chat going on. Alan was asked how he liked the new Deadpool trailer, and he says, "I love it. I'm excited. I want more TVA answers, but I'm excited for it." Did Brandon see the new Deadpool trailer? Absolutely. There's going to be a lot of X-Men characters from this period of X-Men. Now, what's funny about the movie that's actually on this list, which is X-Men Days of Future Past. Did you see this movie, Brian?
No.
Okay, so we'll have to bring Alan on to talk about X-Men Days of Future Past when I get to X at the end of the year. When I'm at X, we're going to have a lot of X-Men talk. What they did was they did a prequel to the X-Men series called X-Men First Class. And it was actually a bunch of different characters kind of in a universe where they were supposedly 30 years before. And then Days of Future Past merged the two universes of the new characters and the old characters, and with time travel, and attempted to bring it all together. And so X-Men Days of Future Past was one of my favorite X-Men movies. And it was cool to see a character from, you're seeing Wolverine come back, you're seeing Storm come back 14 years later to reprise their roles, and it was pretty cool. So that's why I like X-Men Days of Future Past. We're going to wrap up this list. Zero Dark 30. Brian, if you're still there, tell us some final thoughts on Zootopia. Your thoughts on Zootopia. Oh, I think did he lose? We can't hear you anymore.
How about now? Is it better?
Much better.
Sorry, just having some audio technical difficulties. My AirPods died. Is this better? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. We got 5 people watching live, everybody. I'm going to try, just so you guys know, I'm going to try to come on live again tonight, potentially, if I have my guests show up, because I was a little backed up on guests.
Trying to keep me off as a time. Do you want to pull the Kane in?
There it is, Brian Kane. It's the entertainment roundup. Frank Aviza jumping in on 30 Dark. Zero Dark 30 was cool.
I did think that was pretty cool. Zootopia was pretty good too. Thought that was fun.
F. Mary Kill, Zero Dark 30, Zootopia, or the X-Men you saw from the year 2000.
Kill the X-Men from 2000 just because it's been 25 years.
Oh, I feel like you're gonna marry Zootopia.
Well, Jessica Chastain is in Zero Dark 30, and I thought she was pretty good.
Oh. So you're assuming that if you marry the movie, then you'll get to be with Jessica Chastain?
I just get to watch her from a distance.
That's great. Or you get to just watch that movie whenever you want. I get it.
That's right. All right.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Brian. This was a great episode. We actually did it. We hit our goal. You stayed another 20 minutes, and we got through all of them. Maybe it was rushed, but we got all these different comments, and yeah, absolutely. We hit it all. Thank you for joining me, Brian. Any final thoughts for any of the folks watching out there?
There's 200 movies. I've probably seen under 20% of them, 25%. I think of the last 100 that we reviewed. I think The Martian and Toy Story 4 are pretty up there.
I'm gonna go. My top 3 were. What did I like throughout this? Oh, Star Wars: The Last Jedi, Force Awakens, and
Force Awakens was good,
and The Social Network. Do either of you archive all the movies you've watched on IMDb? This is a great question. Brian, have you heard of this?
Do I archive the movies that I watch on IMDb? Is that a feature? Because I recently, I tracked that. I've watched 6.
There it is. Here's the answer you want, Frank. My brother, Alan, has found this feature and has been tracking the last 677 movies he's watched. Alan, what since what year? How many years has it been that you track 60? It's been a feature for Alan. Real quick, how many years? What I do want to say, Brian, I know we had a lot of fun talking about movies from the 2010 era. I know you like to come on and have fun with the whole gang here. Please come back and review Pixar movies with me.
What? I would love that. I got them pulled up.
All right, because I have a whole podcast plan of just reviewing Pixar movies because people want to hear it.
24, 27. I got 27 feature films from Pixar. It's Pixar.com. They got it right here.
Oh, Alan says that's all time. Like he went through and he looked at a bunch of movies. He found all the movies he's ever watched, and he clicked on them. There you go. We learn something new every day. That is the end of the Brandon K Show. Thank you for joining me, Brian. Stay tuned for the entertainment roundup all week. I'm going to be talking about Marvel with Patrick. I'm going to be talking with my friend Gunnar about some of our 5 favorite movies and music and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to have my friend Steven in the studio to talk about Star Trek with Solomon, because we because we want to talk Star Trek. And and then I'm going to go back to other stuff, so we got a lot going on the Brandon K Show. Thank you for joining us. Please like and subscribe. If you had fun here, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you for joining me, Brian. You are an awesome person to talk Pixar movies with. And
next time.
all movies.
Good to see you, Brandon. Take care. Good to see you all.
Hey, stick around.